Hi everyone, Miss Lamb here. Today we are learning how to assemble, which means put together, our flute and take it apart when we are done playing. The first thing we're going to do is take our flute and put it on the floor. I know it's tempting to unpack this on your lap, but if it does fall off, especially if the case is open, it does a lot of damage to the instrument. So just to be safe, when you're at home and at school, make sure that you are unpacking it on the ground. For today's video, I'm going to put it on a table because I don't want to be filming on the floor. This way you can see it a lot better. But make sure you do the floor at home and school. Now, everybody's case has this up sticker that I put on at the first lesson. You want to make sure that that's facing upwards. That tells you that the case is going the correct direction. The reason for that is some latches open up, some open downward. So this guarantees that it's going the right way. So once the sticker is facing up, you're going to remove the latches and you can see the 3 different parts of the flute inside. I'm going to start with the head joint. This is the piece that has the lip plate and a tone hole that you're going to be blowing into, as well as this side that goes into the body and kind of has a rougher color for the metal, and a closed side which has a crown. Be really careful with the crown. Make sure you're not twisting it or touching it too much because it directly impacts a cork that's inside the instrument that's making it play well and seal. And if you twist this a bunch, then it gets out of alignment. So really make sure that when we do play on the head joint, that you're just careful not to twist this crown a lot. Okay, that's our head joint. The next piece is the biggest piece. It's called the body of the flute. It has a lot of stickers going on here, and this will help in another video. You know where to put your fingers. It has 2 sides. So this side is a lot of times has a logo for the brand of your flute, and this goes into the head joint. And then this side connects to the foot joint. The body has a lot of keys, which are very fragile. They're in perfect alignment to get the flute playing well. So we just want to make sure that we're not like mingling these keys and we're touching them as little as possible because we don't want to get anything out of alignment on our flute. Okay, we build our flute from bottom to top. So I'm going to start with the foot joint, which is the 3rd and smallest piece. I'm going to be holding it with out keys on here as much as possible, so the end and underneath here. We're going to take our foot joint, and notice there's 2 ends of the foot joint. The one that has the most amount of exposed metal with no keys, that's the very end of the flute. The other side that the keys are really close to, that's the part that goes into the body. So we're going to hold it with one hand on the part with no keys. And then we are going to take the body of our flute, and notice this barrel part is the part that goes into the head joint. This part is going to connect to our foot joint. So we're going to hold it by the barrel with a logo, and then we're going to hold this piece, and then you're just going to twist it together. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be in perfect alignment right now because we do all the adjustments at the end. So you just want to make sure that's in there. If this is giving you any resistance at all, please let me know in your next lesson, and I can put on lubricant that should make it go in easy. We definitely don't want to force anything. So if it's going in difficult, please let me know and I will put something on it. Okay, we've got our 2 parts together. The last piece we just need is the head joint. So we're going to take the head joint, holding it underneath the crown, between the crown and the lip plate, and we're going to put that rough metal into here and put it all the way in. Now, we'll learn eventually how to tune our flutes, and we will be pulling this out a little bit to make sure that we're in tune, but for right now, just push it all the way in. Again, same thing as a foot joint. If this is giving you issues or not going in well, let me know and we'll put lubricant on it because it definitely should not be giving a ton of resistance. Okay, now that they're in, it's time to align it. So the first thing we're going to align is the head joint to the body of the flute. So you're going to take a look kind of downward at the flute, and you want the tone hole to align with the keys. So that means that you need to twist this until it makes one nice straight line with those keys. And again, personal preference, you might end up wanting it either rolled in a little bit or rolled out a little bit, but this is a good starting spot. And then we can always make tiny little adjustments from there. Okay, now that that's aligned, the holes of the keys, we are going to remember rod to keys because that's how you get the foot joint in. So this rod right here needs to align with the bottom of this key. So it's pretty close already. I'm just going to twist it a little bit so you can see rod to keys. So we want holes to keys and then rod to key. And then again, like this, depending on how your pinky actually goes on this key. So how small your pinky is, you might want it rolled in a little bit, rolled out, but these are good starting points for the flute. And your flute is all set to go. So taking it apart, we build it bottom to top. So when we take it apart, we actually go reverse, so top to bottom. So the first thing you're gonna do is take the flute, grip it here by this barrel with no keys, because remember, we want to touch these keys as little as possible, and you're just going to twist out the head joint. Now, all of the parts are molded in here, so just make sure that it's going the right way. Here, let me put this down and show. It should fit exactly in there. So this is going correct. Just make sure, like, if you put it in like that, technically it looks okay, but it's not setting in there well enough. So just make sure it's going the correct direction. It should set right in the mold of the case. Okay, the next piece, we're gonna take that barrel again without keys and touch this part without keys and just twist off the head joint or the foot joint. So put down the foot joint in there and make sure the front, the keys are always what sits on top. So let me demonstrate this. See how the keys are sitting on top. If you had it upside down, like it would not fit like that. So just make sure they're going that way. And then our body, a way to remember this is that this lever that sticks down goes towards the outside of the case, like towards the case handle. So you're gonna set the body in and it is all set. This is what it looks like. And then you're just gonna latch it up. Make sure both latches are on. And you are all set for assembling and disassembling your flute. I'll see you at your next lesson. Bye.